Hi everybody, welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Shiko. Thank you so much for joining me today. And if this is your first time here, karibu sana. If you're coming back, thank you so much for coming back to watch my videos. And in this channel, I'm more about self-awareness, self-discovery, and I also talk about mental health wellness. And these are topics that I'm really passionate about, and they are topics that I have really, I have a big passion because they are things that I've either gone through or things that I've observed from the society. And well, I talk about different topics, like I've said, not in any particular order, just the way I like to see things and how I like to articulate myself. And one of the most important things that I wanted to say is it's for us who have gone through family separations. When parents separate or when parents divorce, it becomes such a really really huge thing, and it's a life-changing thing, right? And I just wanted, number one, to address parents, because parents are part of the reason why they separate. They are the main reason why they separate, because when they are coming together, the kids are not normally there. The kids are born out of the union of the two couples. So when most of the time it happens when these two couples separate, kids go with one parent, right? And then the other parent they have to kind of come up with an arrangement of how they are going to be seeing the kids. And the reason why I'm talking about this issue is because this is a very huge issue. I have had interactions with people who have come from divorced parents or separated parents, and they tell me this is an issue. Number one, parents or couples, let me say, when you separate, do not tell your kids the bad side of your other spouse. Do not do that at all. Never tell your kids the weaknesses of their father or the weaknesses of their mother, because of one huge reason. That other, your other spouse is their parent, and the kid is your children are a combination of you and your other spouse. And so when you combine the two things, you and your other spouse, that is how you create a kid. And so your kid is a combination of you two. So you are going to see that the kid is going to have some characters that are yours and some characters that are of your spouse, because you are the parents. And so even for kids who have come from separated homes, they normally struggle with these things of kinda, when you tell them about the bad side of the other parent, they realize, I have something that is from the other parent. If their kids went with the father and then the father told them something bad about their mother, the kid is going to sit down and realize that there are something they have that is similar to their moms. And so what you do as a parent, you make the kid have some identity crisis, because they keep on wondering, should I hate the part of me that is like that other spouse you are exposing their weakness? Should I hate the part of me that like that is similar to my mom's? Should I hate this other part that looks like this other person who you think is not a good person according to you? So let us not talk about the weaknesses of your spouses or of the other parent. Don't do that. Don't do that, especially to your kids. If you feel like your partner failed you, go and discuss that with your friends or other people. Do not do it with your kids, because that is not a very good approach. That is not a very good approach. You're going to give your kids identity crisis, and you're also going to give them, another different outlook of life and marriage and love. Because you got married with your partner for a reason. You love them for a reason. The only thing that you can do for a kid is to actually tell them, you know what, even though your other parent is not here with you, they love you and they are thinking of you, even when sometimes they are not even thinking about them. You just tell them, because a kid needs that validation that their parent loves them. And if it's true your other partner has weaknesses, let the kid run of the weaknesses on their own. It's their journey. Let them come to that realization that, oh, my mother really never liked me, or my father really never cared about me. Let them learn on their own, okay? And the other issue is that I wanted to talk about when it comes to, parents that separate and parents that, go their separate ways. It's always good to tell the kids of how, of what the other parent means to them, because these things really affect somebody mentally. They really affect somebody, especially mentally, because whatever the differences you had are between you and that other spouse. It's not between the spouse and the kids. Parents separate, the kids normally feel like they had something to do with the separation, and when the reality is that the parents actually saw this cannot work anymore. So it's always good to tell your kids that, look, your dad was a good person, or your mom was a good person, but me and my partner, we could not work things out. That does not mean that we really didn't care about you. We really cared about you, but we thought it's best that we work on on different terms, not as one unit, on different terms. We are better that way than when we are together. And that's very, 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 very important, because it affects, I cannot insist enough how these things really affect somebody, how it affects your mental health, how it affects your character, how it affects your behavior, how it affects your moods, how it affects your attitude. It affects every aspect of your life. And so parents, especially those who have separated, please, I know it's difficult, I know it's not such an easy journey, but your children needs both of you. They need the father, they need the mother. If you're a father, your kids need their mother. If it's a mother, your kids need your father, because it contributes to the whole development of that human being who is a child, who is your child actually. It contributes to the development of the child, okay? And I think when, most of the African communities and the African societies, and even here in Kenya, when people are in conflict, we normally find ways of avoiding that person instead of coming up with solutions on how we can work together. Even though the parent is not helping you, the other parent is not helping you financially, the development of a kid, I think, goes a long way more than even money, because as a kid is growing up, they learn of ways that they can make it in this life. They learn of ways they can make a living. They learn of ways they can get a better life. And so the only best thing you can do is to provide for them a very nurturing and a very loving and caring environment when they are developing, and encourage them and be there for them. Listen to your kids. I keep on saying that provision is good. It's good to provide for your kids, but the best thing that you can give to your kids, it's an environment that is nurturing and that has care and love, because that is what builds a human being. That is what creates a human being. We have seen people who have come really from nothing, but they have made it in life. So the issue of finances, it really matters. But at the end of the day, what really is the core of life and the core of every human being is the aspect of love, care, and nurture and affection. That you can never replace, let me tell you, folks. So, and also, if you're a kid who has come from parents who have separated, please comment down below. What are the things that have really affected you because of the cause of separation and the case of parents separating? For me, because my parents separated, for me it has been dealing with the feeling of abandonment. Because one thing, when parents walk away, like I have said, you normally think that the parents gave up on you, the other parents walked out on you. And it's such a very, very difficult thing to fight, because they left. They didn't give you a reason. They didn't involve you. And the sad thing is, they didn't even tell you. they didn't have a discussion with you when they are bringing you in this world. So even as they are living, they normally don't have a discussion of when they are parting ways. They don't even ask you how you feel. They don't even get to know your feelings of how you felt when they went their separate ways. And that really affects somebody, because the feeling of abandonment is very real. And I get very anxious when people come to my life, because I keep thinking that they are going to leave. And it's something that I've been really working on, to be very honest with you. And it's a real thing to go through, parents. Let me tell you something. Whatever kids go through, most of the times, it's normally even emotional. It's not about providing and everything, because you keep telling the kid, hey, work hard, and then you're going to get what you want in life. So what the kid needs is your affection and your love and your care and all this good stuff. So if you, like I was saying before I said my little story, if you're somebody who has struggled with having parents separate and divorce, and one parent not being there, please tell me, how has your journey been? How does it feel? How does it make you see life? How do you navigate relationships when you are from a family that has separated? How do you navigate even relationships? How do you navigate your social life? How do you see life? Please let me know in the comment section. And if you feel that this video is going to trigger a conversation with somebody, or is going to make them try to understand themselves, please share this video with them. You can also like my videos, and you can, better still, if you have not subscribed, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and that will go a long way. And I hope to see you in my next video. And until then, may God be with you, may God protect you, may his light shine upon you. God bless you, and bye bye.